Hello, Illusionites. Today is a very exciting day. You guys already read the title. And we're not going to take that long to get down into business. Hunter x Hunter is back with 391, chapter 391. So exciting. Earth-shattering experience while reading this chapter again. I even kind of got like emotional, I'm not gonna lie, because like, wow, like, ever since Hunter x Hunter has been like a thing, and I've watched the 2011 anime like 2 years ago now. I've been a fan, and during that time, we were in mid hiatus. I didn't know what the hiatus was and when it started. But I was like, hey, the manga had to come back, eventually, right? And little did I know, it took like over 4 years. In the middle of the 4 years, I just became like a fan. And but now we are here now today with another chapter, and I'm gonna be doing like a chapter review. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing chapter reviews for Hunter x Hunter. This is like my favorite manga and anime of all time. Like of all time, it's number one for me. And ever since I read it like a couple years ago, it always has been. There's something that's drawn me to like the characters, the plot detail, the fights, the mind games, like the amazing writing. I don't know why, but like I don't know if this is just me, guys, but like when I first started like watching and reading Hunter x Hunter, I didn't know it was shonen. Like yes, like I got that boy like protagonist and stuff, but for some reason I thought it was a seinen, but I guess no, it would not. I know it's a shonen obviously, but it gave me silent vibes just with like how like the episode presented itself. It's like wow, this is so different from anything in Shonen Jump publication. And it's crazy because this is not like a new thing either. It's like a pretty old like series too. It's not like it's been like around for like a long time. So that's interesting. So yeah, that's kind of like my history of Hunter x Hunter, and so one of my favorites of all time. But without further ado, this is the chapter 391 review. Okay, so guys, oh my god, so much cool stuff happened during this chapter. It's pretty short, like chapter, but you can breeze through it really quickly, but a lot of cool things happen in this chapter. But of course I had like to reread the previous chapters and watch some videos of myself to get in tune with everything, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot some things. But after catching up, watching videos, I am now familiar. And but we don't have to go through like everything. I'm just gonna mainly recap the last chapter. So chapter 390. Oh my god. So like the Zayu family boss, owner, I believe his name is, sent Henry, the underboss of them, a counter who has this like amazing enemy called biohazard, which I'm going to get to more later because we saw more biohazard in the chapter. But yeah, Henry, I think that's how you pronounce his name. You know how to the names, like oh my god, so difficult. But no, Henry, the underboss for owner, works for him, sends him to find and kill Hisoka on tier 3 in a warship, and Henry also just suggests to kill Morena too, and he goes to do that, and Henry takes with him two also really cool nen users. One's called Lynch, she's like a emitter, and Zakura, which I believe is a man, is a manipulator, and they both have interesting powers that we're gonna get to too. And they went with Henry to go assist them on the third tier of the Whale One. I know, exciting, and of course, the chapter picks up right after 390, really right after 390, and at the end of 390, Henry uses biohazard to touch snakes, not touch snakes, but to touch the guns and turn them into snakes. So like you can turn like your physical like weapons or like any physical thing, it seems like, and give it life and turn to like something that has some biology to it, and in this chapter like he does something amazing, but we're gonna get to that. We are going to get to that. All right, so the chapter starts right off that 390 like left, and we pick back right that up, and after the small like skirmish they went through, they are now on continuing to look for Hisoka. And it seems Zakuro and Lynch go off by themselves, and something amazing happens. Zakuro, the manipulator, he uses his nen, his Hatsu, which I believe, or ability is called Bloody Mary, I believe, and he uses it, and last chapter he uses it. He used it to fight off the guy who cut off just like to open his neck, and in this chapter, the current one, 391, he uses it in another interesting way. What? This is blood turned like. Did it like come alive? What? Are they like little animals? Even though it has eyes? It's crazy. It has small eyes. And I think it's another part of the ability where like he sends out like little like blood clots, and they go on the search for like Hisoka, and they grow like eyes and stuff like that, and now they're sentient, and now they're looking for Hisoka, which is so cool and interesting. So like with this like a blood like ability, like it's really like it's really more diverse than I thought. And sadly we don't really get to see Lynch do more with her like cool like a main power, like you know, like last chapter we saw her like punching like the guy, and she got like information out of it with each punch through like the manipulation of her nan and her nanoware, and that was really cool. But no, we didn't really get much of that this chapter again, you know. And afterwards, you know, Henry goes on by himself, and he's on look for that one lady that's part of the group that Marina has, that they ran into the previous chapters, I believe. And now he's on look for her, and he uses his little nan hostage thing. I forgot what it's called. Oh, right. Biohazard. Biohazard. It's called Biohazard, and he uses it to transform like this camera that he got from like a civilian that's on ship, and transformed it into like a cat. Hello? Is this his? Oh no, he just transformed it into a cat. Interesting. His damn ability is really cool. That's really cool, guys. This killing spree could be trained for what's to come. Oh my god, this ship's gonna go down in flames, y'all. In flames. I was not expecting that. This is like another cool power or aspect to his power that is interesting. Like, I like how like last chapter, like we got like, you know, the first look at their powers, and now we're getting more like fleshed out, you know, more information, how like diverse they can be. And all I can tell you guys already, like, this has already become one of my new favorites when it comes to like the abilities. I really love it. So you can turn like the camera into like the cat, and now the cat's like a surveillance, and it can move, it can like act like a cat, like it can take pictures of like the doorway that they need to get into. Like it's so interesting, so interesting. So I believe these next few characters or my random followers, I believe we might saw like a glimpse of them like in a couple chapters back. And oh my god, you guys have to stay with me with this, because once again, Hunter names very default. But Padale, Kurole, and Travelers, I believe is what they're called, and they all work for Marina, and they're all on the lookout for Henry and him and the other two that he's with, Lynch and Sakura. And you know, each of them all, you know, at like the 20th level. So how Marina Bridges works, like she like, it's kind of like a vibe. She kind of like infects like who she wants to in her like little like cult thing, and everyone has to like, you know, get kills and stuff to like level up and progress. And she, you know, she getting, you know, that power for them to like use. And yeah, they all had to like level up and progress, you know, to get, you know, the reward at like a level 100, I believe that's how it is. And Padale is level 29, Core is level 22, and Travelers, I believe, is level 24. So here, if we get within 16 feet of him, that's pretty short compared to Killua's father. Killua's father is not Killua's father, but Killua's grandfather said he can do like up to like 100ish, right? From what I remember, it was like in the hundreds, and this guy said he can do 16, so that's pretty small. And then now on a look for like Henry and his gang. Very interesting. And one of them, I believe, what's his name, Padale, he has this interesting kind of like a parallel to almost on Henry's, kind of like, where like he can transform like his biological body into like physical weapons, you know, and it's called like physical weapons. And you know, it's kind of interesting because Henry can turn like, you know, physical objects into biological like creatures. So like that was like a nice parallel, and they have like a little fight in skirmish, and like at the end